Welcome everybody to 1 hour of miniature goodness. Just check that the sound is working for me, okay, please? Do you know what's really crazy? I got one of these Fitbit watches, you know, and of course I get nervous, really nervous before the stream, and my heartbeat kind of goes up to like 130. It's like, ooh. Anyway, welcome to the stream. It's might be under an hour. It might be an hour of crafting and miniature goodness, as I call it. Now, last Monday we worked on the walls, and I've stuck all the walls together. Now, I am going to be doing a second layer of walls with some windows, but today I thought I would show you how to make the roof, because I've already shown you the walls, so we'll just move on straight to the roof. Now, what I've done is I've already made some support beams, just to save a bit of time, and I'll show you how I made them now. So I want the whole building to have removable parts, so this roof will just come off, and then you can go inside to the play area, which will be fantastic. Now, all I've done for the supports is, let me see if I can get this here. I've cut 4 of these triangles the same, and I've put them quite evenly along, and we've got some balsa wood then keeping them all together, and one long strip of balsa wood going along the edge, and that gives us that lip going over and joins in with the other pieces of wood for the building. So this is a very simple way to get a nice little roof. This is what you need to get a nice strong support for your roof. Now, the next part is we need to have something to go across. Now, I've just got some cardboard, just ordinary cardboard, and I've just cut it. And what we're going to do is we are going to stick the cardboard on each side, so we've got a nice little support. So we'll have them on both sides. So what I'll do is I'll quickly super glue these bits on now, and then I can show you what we do to make all the tiles and make it a nice simple build. Let me move this back out a little bit. So I shall get this out of the way. I will just quickly super glue these little bits on. I would recommend using PVA glue, but as we're doing it on show, we just want a fast and easy stick. Okay. So I'm just going to put some glue on the sides here, to the card, going down, and the same on the side. I just want to stick this bit on to start with. Some glue in there, some glue in there, a little bit on the bottom there, just to hold it in place. And we shall do the same on the other side. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of super glue. Oh, I didn't say hello to everybody, did I? How rude am I? I probably missed a few people. Now, I can see Michelle at the top there. Hello, Michelle. Scorpler. Gareth's in the house. Hamish, Goblin Squire. Rod's in the house. Hello, Rod. Philippe's in the house. Well done on your stream, by the way. You're doing fantastic. Painting a goblin that size on a live stream is very, very difficult. And, you know, you've done a really good job. So, very, very proud of you, Philip. Well done. Blah, 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 blah. Blub. Oh, Ty's in the house, and Paul Fish. Hello, Paul Fish, and Philippe again, sneaking in at the bottom because he wanted to double the love. Oh, did I say Gareth? And Gareth's in the house. Gareth, the Star Wars man. Okay, let me just glue this side on. Like now, doing houses and the roofs is a very simple thing. Like I said before, when you're doing like medieval type buildings, the more wonky they look, the better they actually turn out. You don't want any even angles, you don't want any sharp edges, you want it all to look wonky. Wonky donkey, that's what you want. You want a wonky donkey. Wonky donkey. And the more old and worn it looks, the more fantastic it's going to look on your tabletop. Now, the reason why I'm putting this cardboard here is because once this has set, all we do is we add PVA glue to the whole of this, and then we can start sticking our tiles down. Now, today I want to show you how easy it is to make the tiles. So that's our roof there done. As you can see, it's all nice inside, and we can get all that painted up. I shall add some beams to the ends. So I'll move this out of the way, and I'll show you what I'm going to use for my tiles. Now, this is for my tiles. You can use very thin cardboard, but what I'm using is the thickest printing paper. Now, most of you have got printers. I don't know if you've got, I don't know what they are in grams. I know they do them in a special weight, but this is quite a thick printing paper. So what I do is I got 3 pieces of paper, and what I do here is I shall cut these to fit like around 15mm strips, 3 at a time. I'm not going to measure them out because I can do it by eye. Now I got to try and lean over my desk here, so I will try. So what we need there is a sharp craft knife, and all we're doing is we are cutting these pieces of paper to about 15mm long strips. Gotta watch your fingers. I'm using a metal ruler as well, of course. And we'll just do a few of these. And of course I'm using the cutting mat on my table, which makes life a lot easier as well. You don't want to be doing this on your kitchen table, if you want to live, that is. Oh. So this is your thickest printer paper. I'm just trying to, it's popping off there. I've made a mess already. That's fine. Because I'm doing it on stream, I'm not leaning over the table. Normally I'd have my weight on the back of the knife, so I'm struggling a little bit. Okay. Watch my fingers. Keeping pressure on the ruler, making sure it doesn't slip. Okay, so that's 1 there, 3 there. So these are going to be for our tiles. Now, I'll do a few more. So I've got them in sets of 3. Now, to make this very, very easy to cut for our tiles, what I do now is I add some sellotape. I've got one of these little snail sellotape things here. So what I just do on the end of these pieces of paper, I'll add this little bit of sellotape and just wrap it round. And I'll do the same on the other side, making sure it's nice and flat. Just like so. Another bit of paper. Sellotape on the end here. It's just so this holds all 3 of those pieces of card together, and then when we can cut our little shapes, it will stay together and the paper won't move. It will stay in one piece. So you've got your 3 pieces of paper nice and easy, ready for cutting. Okay, this is one. Got a cat's hair stuck to that. There we go. It's just for the ends. This is a fantastic way to help you. All these little things really do help, because if you slip with the card, you'll end up with all wonky cuts, which will not match in with what you're trying to achieve. I'll do this one. I'm not going to do the whole roof tonight, as you could probably guess, because it will take a long time. But what I want to do is show you how to do, maybe we can get one side done, and that would be great. It's just to show you how to make some really nice old tiled type roofs. Yeah. Right, I think we'll probably need another couple. And what we're doing is we're layering the card on top of card. I mean, you might have seen it on different videos and things. I learned how to do this from Games Workshop. Oh God, back in 2000, maybe 2001. And it's just a nice way to tile your roofs. And I've just done it my way. I've just added a few extra different things. And it's for Lord of the Rings houses. I did Rohan houses. I'll show you one now. This was an old house I made years and years ago. Now, see this here? That roof that I've made on this one, that is actually grass from the local park. Now, what I did with this one was I took the grass from the park and let it dry on the radiators. And I compressed the grass, you know, like when you collect flowers and you put them in a book and you squish the flower and they keep it there. You do the same with the grass, and what happens is if you have a clump of grass that's dried or been mown, you can get yourself a nice little like a thatched roof, you know, like for the Rowan houses type of effect. So that works really well. As for the little houses, this is the type of effect I'm going for, where you overlap all the little tiles. It's a great way to just have a very simple and quick and easy house. Are you all start? Okay, I'm not looking at chat again. I watched the Twitch stream back from the last show, and it was crazy because Renegade Shank is a moderator for the channel, but I'm actually thinking he's an instigator now. Hello, Gerald. Okay, so there we are. That's our little pieces of paper. I'll move this out the way. Now, all I'm doing now is I'm going along with some scissors, and I'm just cutting irregular lines all the way up to the top of the card, and because we've got that sellotape on, it's keeping it nice and even. And we just go along, so you're going about 3/4 ways up the card, and this will be our tiles. Now, once I've done all these, what we can do is cut out a few of the tiles and shape a couple of the tiles just so they don't look all the same. And they'll look different sizes. It'll look like some are falling apart, you know, some are broken, blown away by the wind or whatever. So I'm probably doing these just under 1 centimetre apart, and 3/4 ways up all the pieces of card. And because I've sellotaped the two ends together, as you can see, the cards aren't going anywhere, and we're getting a nice even cut through every single piece. And of course, it's saving you a lot of time. Otherwise, you'll be doing it individually, and you can do 3 at a time, which is fantastic. Okay, we'll just quickly get the other ones done. I don't know. Well, most of you know, but I've opened. I've had a red. I'm going to say red rubble. It's not red rubble. I've got a red bubble shop, and what I've got on there is the Goblins of Mordor stickers and the Goblin King stickers, and I've got jumpers and tank tops and bags, all sorts of stuff that you can get through this red bubble shop. Now, the reason I'm doing it as well is because Michelle's in chat, and I'm trying to help Michelle raise some money for some medical bills to help her. So if anybody wants to pop into my Redbubble shop and buy some Goblins of Mordor stickers or anything like that, then it'll be very much appreciated, because I really want to help Michelle reach her target, and I think it's somewhere around $5,000. I tell you what, it's really expensive. But yes, I got some lovely things on there, and also the items have been designed by Michelle, and Tule as well has also designed items on my shop as well. So I don't know if there's a link. I'll put a link onto my Twitch channel at a later date, but all my patrons know about it, so it's all good. So if you're supporting the Goblins, get yourself a sticker. Get yourself a sticker. Stick it to your little paint box, or your flask, or your sandwich box for work. I'm actually going to get the Goblin King wall clock, because I think that'll look quite cool, and I'm going to have it in my workshop, so that'll be nice. By the way, guys and girls, what do you think about me doing little crafting episodes? I know you are expecting me to do painting on every show, but I do know loads and loads of things about crafting, like houses and scenery. So let me know if you want to see more crafting episodes, or the painting. I mean, I'm happy to do both, you know that. But I do really like making these little miniatures and stuff to show you. Yeah, I do crafting. Oh, Renegade Shank. See what I said about the moderator? See, I said he's a problem child. Okay, I'm going to try and speed up now, because this is actually getting boring for me now. We're cutting tiles. Remember what I said, that because we are doing old houses, we can make them all wonky, and we can have them all out of line. You can get away with a lot, and that's great, because it means you don't have to have major skills in modelling to do stuff like this. It's great fun as well, making your own buildings, you know, and it does save a lot of money as well. Good, I'm glad you like the crafting. I know there's loads and loads of Twitch shows and YouTube channels doing crafting, but I do have my own way of doing things, so I do hope you'll enjoy what I'm doing. I have got lots of things planned that I can do for the crafting, so I think it would help a lot of you, and I tried to do it for saving money too. So it's all the materials I use, you know, like cornflakes boxes and all the, you know, Pringles packets, that type of stuff. You know, you can make loads and loads of stuff, and it will just help because you can have all your minis, all your Reaper miniatures and your WizKids miniatures all running around and doing it in your houses and stuff. Okay, let me carry on. I'm chatting away here. Okay, so there's our 3 little pieces. Let's see if we can go down a little bit closer. Now, I've cut all these now, as you can see. Looks like a little piano's keyboard. So we've all got a nice even, but they look too even now. So what we need to do is, I'll just cut these. I'm just cutting the sellotape off the ends now because we don't need them. So we've got all the nice tiles. And like I said, I'm using very thick printer paper. Now you can, I've used cardboard boxes, I've used like I said, cornflakes packets. I'm just using this printer paper because it's a little bit thinner, but it's quite a tough, sturdy material which you can paint over quite easy as well. Now, I'm not going to do all of these, or as we will be here all night, but I just want to actually show you a few because we need to stick these on to show you how it works. And that is, as we go along, we can just pick out the odd tile and then just angle that one tile and cut it at an angle, like so. And we go on again, and we go a different way. So we're just adding a couple of little nicks to the bottom of some of the tiles, not all of them. Just keep like every other 5 or 6 different heights, because this will just work really well when you've got the tiles on the building. So as you can see now, you've got that like warped tile. You know, a couple of tiles are broken or loose, so it looks uneven, and that's what you're after. So we'll do a few more of these, and then we shall go and stick them to our house, our tavern. Thank you for subscribing, Mokai. I didn't see Mokai earlier. She must have just popped on. It's really nice that all my goblins are in the chat there. It really is amazing. If you haven't checked out Philippe's Twitch channel as well, go and check him out. Give him a little bit of love and support too. And of course you've got Hamish, you've got Tule, Geek Curio's got a channel, although I don't think Geek Curio actually streams a lot. I think he's done 1 or 2 streams, I'm not sure. You also got Tommy does Twitch streams. There's quite a few of you doing Twitch now. So I won't be long. I'm nearly there. I'm just trying to give you a quick example of how we do a very fast and easy tiles. Now, of course, you can take as much time as you want doing your tiles and making them all wonky and doing them different sizes. I'm just trying to show you a nice, fast, quick way to do them, and just to prove that it doesn't take much to make yourself a nice looking building, kind of with minimal effort. So that's cool. Don't cut towards my fingers. It's okay. It's a pair of scissors, Shank. As I cut a finger off. Yes, it's the other thing of Twitch as well, and I've said this thousands of times. You all know how nervous I am before I go on stream. I'm just going to check my heartbeat. See, my heartbeat's back down to 70 now, but before the stream it was way over 100. But it's that initial startup. It's like anything. When I was a kid, I mean, you all probably did the. Is it nativity plays in school where you had to be, Jesus or Mary or one of the donkeys? I was normally a donkey, and every year, I got kicked out of the school play every single year, because I was so nervous, and I'd be stuttering, and so I never was. My parents used to come to the school play to see me, and I was never in it because I was kept behind, which was quite sad. Oh, it's horrid what you got to do when you're a kid. You don't get any choice, and of course, yeah, I was always a donkey. And even as a donkey, I couldn't remember my lines. Ee-aw, ee-aw. How can you do that? How can you not remember the lines of a donkey, for God's sake? I'm a donkey. Well, that's right. I was a. Yeah. I tell you what. I mean, primary school is scary. I mean, there's always that one kid in school who is just totally out there, and he's able to sing, dance, and do everything. And then you got the rest of us who are like, "Why am I doing this? Why?" I mean, thankfully, when I was a kid, there wasn't really. I don't think my parents even had a camera. Back in the early 70s. There's like no mobile phones, no video cameras, so thank God nobody filmed or photographed anything. But nowadays the shame is real. Because the poor kids, they're getting filmed, they're getting photographed for every single thing they do, and they got to grow up with that shame, which is awful. Okay, I'm going to start sticking these on now. Now, all we've got to do is got some nice PVA glue. This is just your ordinary craft glue, of course. I know, right, Paul? It's really scary. You can't do anything without it being posted on social media anymore. Things were so much easier before they brought out the mobile phones and all that social stuff. I mean, I know social media is my business because that's how I've got my business. But take me back to the 80s any day. Take me back to the 80s today. I would go, honest to God, I would be gone. It's very, very difficult in this day and age where everything is posted online. Okay, for this miniature now, all we've got is my PVA glue. I'm just using this big brush here, and we're just going to start adding the glue, and we're just going to go all over, even over this wood part here. Just let that glue soak in a little bit. Let it go tacky, and that'll help the paper stick better to the cardboard. Now the key as well with adding tiles is making sure they overlap over the edges of the roof. This will give you that nice little effect of the tiles coming out like on a real house. Yeah. Right, let's just wash my brush. Okay, I think you can all see what I'm doing. Let's move this a little bit there. Now, what we do is we start from the bottom and we work our way up. Now, these are overlapping, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this across a little bit so it just goes down to the bottom. Like so. And we'll just let that stick on there. Now I've got it overlapping about 5mm on this one side. This side I'm leaving like it is, and once the glue has dried then we can trim that to size. So all we're doing is moving our way slowly up the roof, overlapping. So what happens now is we go over with our next piece and we just have it a little bit off on the edge. Just push it down with our thumb. You don't want anything looking even, you want it all a little bit off, just so they look like worn tiles on a roof. So I can get a bit of better focus for you. There, I'm trying to get there. You can see that you can actually see the slots in it now. Look, see, like so. And we just work our way up slowly until we get to the top. And I say we leave this overnight, and it'll nicely dry. And then we can cut off the edges and trim them to size. But also you need to bring the paper down so it covers, it overlaps the other one. Let's move this back a little bit. There we go. So what it looks like then is, it looks like you've done it individual. It looks like you've added individual tiles all the way up the roof of the building. Yeah. And we just slowly work our way up. And we'll do this on both sides, of course. There we are, last couple of pieces. And you can see how easy it is to get a really nice looking effect. And again, once this is all painted and weathered, dry brushed, you'll have yourself a really lovely looking roof. And you can do this for towers, castles, houses, barns, anything you want. So there we are. That's how you get a lovely tiled effect for your roofs. And you just let that dry. And of course then we can cut it to size on the sides. And we can cut these off here. And we just cut it down and just smooth it off a little bit on both sides. And for the top of the roof, I think it's called, is it called the apex? Apex maybe? Again, we go back to the card. Now I'm only showing you the one side, but what we do for the apex, for the top layer, or the lead layer maybe, is we just keep cutting a few pieces of card to size, a little bit longer this time. And all we do is we fold these over. Looks like rolling a... doesn't matter. So you got these, and you've just got little tops like this. And again, you can cut these shorter sizes, of course. I'm just quickly showing you how you can quickly make the tops. So we're just making these as our top parts. And what happens then is you shall again add some glue, and then we'll just stick these in. I can't do it now because I haven't done the other side, but as you can see, you just overlap these parts here. And then you just, oh, excuse me, didn't have the camera showing, and we just go along and we overlap and then glue those on for our top section of our roof. And there it is. That's how simple it is to do a little simple roof. That's good. So what I'll do is I'll quickly show you it on top of the bar tavern. I'm sorry, I know, it just brought back, no, it didn't bring back any memories. Forget I said that. There you go. So, like I say, there we are, a lovely little roof. If you use your imaginations and imagine what that would be like all painted up, and once this is glued down, okay, so what do you think of this? What do you think of the roof then? I think this is a fantastic way to get a simple roof for your miniatures. And of course, what we do once this is all dry, we can remove these parts. We'll just go directly down here and cut off those parts and these parts there, just to trim them up. And of course, we'll do the same on the other side. Yeah, thanks, Rod. I'm quite happy with that. And like I say, I do need to trim it up. What I'm going to be doing as well with this tavern is it's going to have a second floor. So if I move this camera out, the tavern will actually be this high. It's going to have another room going forward and around, and I'm going to have beams coming up, and then of course the floor is all going to be cobbled, and I'll add a sign. But what I was thinking of doing, if you'd like, is next Monday I can start showing you how I make the interiors of the tavern. Would you like to see the interiors? I can show you how to make the doors and the windows too. Is that anything that would interest you all? Thank you, Hamish. Good. Well, I'm afraid that's about all I can show you for tonight. So it looks like I've reached to the end of my stream rather quickly. So have you got any questions before I do say goodnight to everybody? I thought that would take a little bit longer. What does that even mean, Renegade Shank? So has anybody got any questions about the tavern before I say goodnight? I can explain anything you want, or I mean, you could actually add chimneys as well. If you got the air drying clay on the side here, we could definitely add an air drying chimney going up through the roof. That would be nice. So what I'll do is, on the next Monday show, I will show you the insides of the tavern and how we can do the tavern floors. I'll probably add some pre-made bars, either from the Reaper Miniatures, WizKids, or even Mantic Games. Mantic Games does actually a nice little bar miniatures, but we'll see. But I can actually do the interior and show you the stairs. I can make the stairs and the upstairs room. And we can add beds. We can add the upstairs for the bedrooms. But what I'll do a little pre-makeup of the building first, and then of course I'll show you how I made it. So there we are. This is everything I can show you for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm sorry it's a little bit short, but I really just wanted to show you a fast and quick and easy way to make yourself a nice little roof, and this can be used for every single building you do. So I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you all so much for popping in. Loads and loads of love to every single one of you. I shall be back on Thursday, and I shall be back doing my WizKids streams. So I shall see you on Discord, and have an absolutely fantastic evening, and I'll say goodnight.